Turtle War is here, and the goal for today is taking back Crookback Mountain, as well as holding it for once, because we have a history of usually just losing this settlement to the enemy forces, and we have to attack with Torek, unfortunately, if I want to take it on this turn. And let's get into this battle. So whenever I take Crookback Mountain, it usually goes back to the enemy that pops up from nowhere, from outside of the vision, and hopefully this time it's not gonna be the case, because I just have quite a lot of armies, and as you saw that I finally have outgrown my income by having way too many armies, but the ultimate game crisis has popped in the previous turn, so I do have to recruit a bit more, but we are gonna get some extra money by sacking settlements. And let's drop some ballistic calibrations. And let's make Torek and his heroes run towards the city. Oh, they blocked up perfectly. Let's use that. And there has been a patch recently, and it changed not much really, because all it changed is a bit of bugs that were happening mainly in the game modes that barely anyone plays, like the prologue had a bit of bugs in there, and I think the last time I played prologue was when the game came out, and it was the only thing available for a preview, and never since I touched the prologue. I don't even get the point of prologue in general. And let's move this army to the city. Let's move the air force over the enemy archers. Let's move our engineers. Let's move our grudge throwers. Please do shoot. Okay. So you don't have to shoot there anymore. So you just have to enter the city. The reinforcements are gonna come soon, but the battle is gonna be pretty much over before they can get inside the settlement. And let's speed up the entire process to not make it too boring. Mainly for myself. Okay, we're gonna bomb you. And heroes go after that unit. We move to you inside. Where is they? There is the victory location. And do I even need to slow it down? They almost have army losses. That's insane. How do I know that they almost have army losses? I can hear dwarven music. So before that it was generic war music, and now it's our faction music. I mean, yeah, I believe it's dwarven music already. And you go there, you go there. And let's speed it up even further. They are shooting me from the towers, alright, and let's get you there. Let's get you there. Outriders. Let's send our Air Force against the Outriders. Did I select something more? Yes, I did select something more. Where is the enemy forces? They are there. Can I aim at them? Probably. I missed. I totally missed. Okay, and we are taking the victory points one by one. You run to the... oh, swordsman. I may have massacred my troops by throwing the incendiary grenades. And we are getting settlement slowly. And they won't even make it in time. And now I can drop good 42 pounder on top of those units. Perfect. And we're capturing the last victory point. I mean, victory point. They are not victory points. They are minor supply locations that generate the supplies for the siege. And we have the victory. So controlling all of them or getting this meter to the max makes you win the siege. And we lost 2 dwarfs. I don't know from which unit. Probably by friendly fire. Am I crazy, or there used to be a endgame screen in one of the Total Wars showing a actual friendly kills in a way that it showed which army did how many casualties, and then you were able to compare losses to kills? I think it used to be a case in one of the Total War games. I don't remember which one. Okay, so Torek is taking the Krugbeck Mountain for the second or third time, and Grumbrindal has taken it once already. This army is gonna auto-resolve this fight, and we are gonna replenish from this fight. So I would like you to go on and you to sit in the Krugbeck Mountain for now. Where can we get some funds for our war? Probably in the Empire, definitely in the Empire. Let's attack Weissenburg with Malachi. And it says it's Pyrrhic victory, so we're gonna lose something, and I do not want to lose anything. So let's fight this battle manually. So let's not give you Gleaming Pendant, let's give you Gleaming Pendant. And I do not really get why would auto-resolve say that he has any chance at inflicting any meaningful casualties to me. He has like 3 units, 4, 5, 6 units that can dash out any sort of damage towards me. And then he just has infantry that does nothing. And the other army, the garrison army, has barely anything as well, so I don't really get his point of being in any way relevant. And we are gonna come from the side. From the side, or actually from the back. He is a griff. Oh, we cannot come from the back. We could come from there if we wanted to, or we could come from here. And we are gonna go from here. And you 3 are gonna immediately aim. Oh, you're pushing each other. Nice. And let's drop 42 pounders straight away. So we are obviously aiming our Spears of Grangni at their general. And I'm even willing to waste 3 spears or even 4 spears. Yeah, and he is almost done for. Oh, you missed? Okay. And their lord is dead. Which is amazing. Because I do remember that I failed to kill him at one point. They are shooting from the forest. But we do have quite good missile resistance. So it doesn't really matter because we're gonna wipe them soon. And let's speed up the process. And let's slow it down, drop Spirit of Grangany. And you do retreat towards our hero, and I mean our lords and our lord and heroes. Okay, and you continue pounding them. Where is the tank? I cannot see the tank. I will be able to see the tank only if you allow me to look with the spacebar. So yeah, I do highlight enemy troops with spacebar if it's your first time hearing it, and there you are. You can see more if you highlight things with spacebar. And I do not see their landship. Where is their landship? In Malachi, repair. And this battle is over. Let's speed it up. I must have destroyed the landship at some point without even noticing, which is nice. And can we... Nah, I'm not gonna wait 90 seconds for that. And then battle. And guys, if you are one of those mad lads that are staying for my videos throughout the entirety of it, please do consider subscribing. I know you're there. I know there's quite a lot of you, and I know you're watching from that TV. So I would appreciate that subscribe. Alright, and let's loot and occupy, because Malachi is gonna be able to keep it high control anyway, and we just got some disposable money, and so this is kind of tricky because they will reach the Waterfall Palace, but I'm thinking that we are gonna make Fimbur strong. Weapon strength, melee defense, ward save. So we are gonna take this melee defense, because difference between 93 melee defense and 105 is not huge. And we are gonna give you this Master Rune of Spite instead. And we are going to attack Crackles of Findle, actually. And hopefully we are gonna succeed, because our Slayer is insane. It's Fimbur after all. He's super powerful. He has already brought us into victory in many insane situations. And they do not have much ranged, so he is not gonna get the same treatment as Garagrim. I mean, not Garagrim, as Angrim did. But... Oh, you do have the tankards as well. Oh, right. And you do have tankards as well. I forgot. So if we drop all of them, into the enemy lines, along with the slayers, we should be fine. So they do have the iron ship in there. It's fine. So the slayers in here are basically our sponge for the heroes before we reach the enemy lines. And the slayers are dead pretty much, but Fimbur is inside. And we are starting the real battle now. And let's start using all the skills. Oh, you really are not leveled yet that far. And how and who and okay. So the iron ship just died. We need to get back into the position, into hiding. Oh, and my FPS just dropped a little bit. Yeah, it dropped by like 10. But we're gonna drop 42 pounder on top of the... Who is being seen? Okay, stop running. Start fighting. And can we use some skills? Yes, we can. We can use skills in here, and here, and in here. So everyone is using some skills. And Fimbur is dealing insane damage. And our main army force is doing a alright job at holding the enemy. And please do fire at the Rake's Guard. I beg you. You fire there. And 17 seconds more until we get the last 42 pounder. And let's try killing those Hochland rifles. Let's move our force of the Iron Drakes forward. And our 42 pounder has just landed perfectly. Okay, shoot there. You move into attack. You focus the halberdiers. You go after those ranged units. We have to kill those Hochland long rifles. Please do kill those long rifles. Could we, by any chance, pull you out? Or it's impossible? I think it's impossible. Oh, you have actually caught up to them. Do we have ballistic? Yes, we do have ballistic calibration. The Royal Altdorf Grippites. Okay, you aim at those and actually fortify our unit. Good, and you chase them. You're actually quite speedy. Shoot at the cavalry. And we are doing absolutely fine. We will take this settlement and we will recruit some Grudge settler units for Fimbur's army. And we are gonna be golden.
Vengeance! That'll do!
You're right.
For the ancestor
Oh, you
gods!
are in the melee.
Kill 'em
Shoot
all!
there.
Move! Move! Iron Drakes!
Shoot at the great swords.
Fate
Well,
comes!
even if our main force starts to rout,
My axe is sharp!
our three slayers will just carry this battle,
Grimnir!
even if the Taints were to run.
For the Kara's Anchor! Withdraw! Gears of Zothbar! Yes!
Oh, and this Hellstorm, Stormhammer, Hellstorm rocket battery is quite annoying in this fight.
Strike out! Drengi!
Can we get out? No, we cannot.
Kill me! It's not that hard!
We could use a rune priest for this army though.
Withdraw! Demon Slayer! Let us a reckoning!
Can we still hide, please? Could we? Perhaps we could.
Slayer!
And let's speed up the battle because there is not much micro to happen anymore. Okay, and let's get over their tank. That is their lord. And let's pop all of the Fimbur skill, which will give him a insane amount of damage. And let's give you the vigor back for you too, and deadly onslaught for you. And I think they only have the tank left. And I mean, the Imperial tank dies faster if it's attacked by hammerers of Thorgrim, but our slayers are gonna make a short work of it as well. And it's done for, and they do have another tank. It's gonna have decreased stats because it's in the forest, and we are gonna kill it as well. And it's over. We have won. We had a tremendous casualties. It's a Pyrrhic victory. However, the Imperium has nothing that could deal with our heroes. The Empire has no reliable lord or hero that would be a good hero killer. I mean, Elspeth with her magic, but still, it's not reliable. Alright. And we loot and occupy.
Demon Slayer!
And we do recruit all of those.
Just don't get in my way.
And can you get into us? Yes, you can, but your army is relatively weaker than the other one.
For my oath.
Okay, and let's get this building going. Let's get the deeps going. And we cannot get much more going because, no, we cannot get the deeps going. We do not have income for that. And let's get you into the Rivenwood. And let's auto-resolve this. Oh no, let's actually fight this for fun. Slayers versus Ogres. Okay. So those can get in there before anyone else can.
These orcs aren't worthy. Kill the all splitters. Go! Yes. Move now. Go! Kill orcs.
But there is no reason to actually not soften the enemy force before we start. And you do move forward. So we are risking being flanked on our grudge throwers. It's not a huge risk, but it's a risk nonetheless.
It is a reckoning. Understood. For the ancestor gods. Slayers. Slayer. Take them down. Nothing can stop us. Longbeards.
Okay, and it's gonna be over shortly.
Slayers. Vengeance. Blow through. For the High King. Longbeards. Move. Kazoot.
Go after those trappers.
Slay them.
Actually charge in, charge in.
Yes. Ready axes.
And this battle is gonna be over before it even really started. And we're done. Barely any casualties. And imagine if Angrim was leading this army and we would exchange some of the units for the Slayer units as well. Gotrek doesn't really have buffs for Slayers, does he? But we could get Garagrim to the Angrim's army. Having Garagrim would be nice. And loot and occupy.
Master of runic.
Repair this and don't do anything else to the settlement. Let's destroy the trickster cult from here. And let's go against Krugheim. And then Wurtbad, Averheim and Demut. And I'm not gonna play this one. Loot and occupy.
Good. Grimnir's axe thirsts.
Let's repair.
I will not
Okay. And we can get Angrim. But the problem with Angrim is he needs to be reset. He needs to be reset, unfortunately. So he's wounded again. And now
Thoric Ironbrow.
we cannot really move you,
The axe thirsts for war.
at least in this turn. Let's stop the recruitment. This should be sufficient with the garrison to hold off Imrik. And Gronti, Mingle, go after Galbaras.
Breakers.
We want that extra oath gold. I mean oath gold. Income oath gold, some runesmith buffs. Upkeep for hammerers, minus 5%, that's good. Miners, we don't really use miners.
Wisdom of the land.
You're gonna be recruiting for one more turn. Repans has decided to finally move.
Demon Slayer.
And I will be
Less whinging.
force marching you.
Lord
And we will be moving you back to Magritte event, possibly Skaven Blight. Okay, and one of the few last researches, call upon the old oaths, and then we only have one useless technology in here, but we'll just take it for the sake of completing the research tree. Alright, and you, I want you to go to Black Crag, because I do suspect that Black Crag will revolt with the Gorbat as their leader, so I do not want to be caught without anything in there, especially considering the fact that Krugback Mountain is one of our most important settlements, because it has developed deeps. And let's get you, because why not?
Demon Slayer.
And you can go against this. I know you're not gonna do anything, but just go there.
Demon Slayer.
Okay. But Fimbur.
Bane of demons.
Fimbur can be further developed. And I do believe that it would be nice and thematic if he became a ultimate slayer. But he will not have the lightning strike. He will only have iron wield. I mean, it's not that Fimbur really needs lightning strike, because he is just overpowered.
Dragon Slayer.
And army and dragon's bane, deadly onslaught, perfect.
Dragon
And
Slayer.
can you get the same treatment? You cannot get the same treatment. Shame.
I answer to
And Tane, you are gonna get the bigger damage. You're gonna get more and more damage, because the more damage you deal, the faster we finish the fights. You can get deadly onslaught, and you... I kind of wish now that I had the close combat traits in here. But let's get those 3 skills.
Yes, laddie.
And here the same. And we do not have any RORs. Okay. Karaknorn. Should we increase the level of Karaknorn? 4,700, but then any army could come at any moment to demolish us. So no, not really. Not gonna invest in a settlement that can be lost. That can be lost at any moment. We are gonna build the deeps in the Pillars of Grangni for some extra boosts of income. Oh, the Karazakarak income has dropped significantly. Same for Mount Gun, but that's because of all those new settlements that we got. Because how many settlements do we have right now? We do have 94 settlements, so our deeps are barely doing anything now. And it's gonna be getting worse and worse. That's why we need deeps in minor settlements from now on. And actually, let's possibly get rid of this building and we'll build deeps as well. Because we're gonna be building the line of buildings that increases the not upkeep, that increases the income from all settlement building, from all buildings by 5% faction wide, instead of having those turn-based buildings. I cannot spend money. I keep on forgetting I cannot spend money. Tower of Gorgov. Let's repair. And let's repair. And SN, let's repair. And that's all gonna be all repairs. We cannot because we don't have the oath gold. Commandment can be given, and that's the turn.
By the king's command.
Okay, so I doubt we can win this. I do doubt we can win this. But we can try. I mean, all those slayers are kind of good. All those, like those two dragon slayers, they are levels 40 or something by now. So they are coming from the right side. All of them are coming from the right side. And there is only one hero coming from here. And the rest of their forces that are kind of dangerous are coming from there. So I do believe that if I post one of you in here, and let's build a tower here. Okay, so we are covering all those towers. Let's cover all the towers that we can. And I would like not the Dragon Slayer to be taking the spot. I would like the Dwarf Warriors to be here. The 2-3 heroes to be here. I did not realize the one thing. He has magic, so I cannot assume this formation. And let's turn off the skirmish mode. And I think it's the time to start the battle. I do not have any troops in the back, right? No, I do not. And we're gonna be grinding them on the walls. So those towers are quite alright. Okay. Go into melee. Yep. And drop some resistance on top of yourself. And where is their... He's here. I messed up with this skill rotation. Yeah, their hero is gonna be way worse than ours. I wish he died. I wish he died.
For the ancestors! Demon Slayer! Go! Move!
He's dead. Nice.
To the slaying! Can't wait! Go! Move! Move now! For the High King! Doom Chaser!
I would actually like not to fight on the wall.
Put those dwarven legs!
And you're gonna slay their lord. Nice. Are they attacking gate? Yes. They are attacking the gate. And our dwarf warriors are not really doing too well. Come on, get down.
When are we fighting?
Yes, I doubt I can. Yeah, I cannot. Okay, so if I wanted to mount a defense on this victory point, it wouldn't do too much.
Attack!
Okay, and the Slayer hero can go after them.
Longbeards!
Okay, and hopefully we can kill this guy, maybe. Okay. Let's send our dwarf warriors there. Let's build a barricade trap.
Plow through! You're doing it wrong!
Yeah,
On the way!
we are being shot at by our own defenses. Not ideal. And those marauders should be running anytime now. And let's drop Wrath and Ruin quickly here. And those dwarf warriors
Demon Slayer!
are gonna unfortunately perish.
Dawi!
Okay, shoot at them. And yeah, this battle is kind of lost. And I know it's lost because there is no way I can kill that army as well. And also the placement of the barricades and towers in this city is not optimal.
Dwarf warriors!
Ooh. So you start moving towards there.
Demon Slayer! I'll kiss a dag!
And we do use your skills.
Shirret's rings!
And we do reduce the melee capability of those carves warriors with halberds. And we are gonna be able to drop Wrath and Ruin in any second.
They have wronged us!
You have to shoot at them because if you don't, then they may rally.
Demon Slayer! Fate curse!
And let's drop Wrath and Ruin here. And you have to use your skills now.
Dragon Slayer!
So this Slayer is gonna die eventually. And fortify yourselves. Oh, they do have both Chaos Giant and the Lord of Slanesh, so it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be super hard, and they are walking through the gate as they please right now, and they have a lot of monstrous units, which is not ideal.
Dragon Slayer!
And we cannot use any... We cannot use anything important here, so we're gonna give the resistance to our rune priest. Okay. So you do shoot those. And you start retreating towards this victory point. You start building a cannon tower there. Okay, we lost one of the victory points. Actually get on top of the wall. So even though that we will not win it, we will cripple their armies for a moment there. And you're fighting the Bloodletters of Corn. And you just died, unfortunately. And are we done here? We are done here. We build barricade here. And here. Okay, they stopped. Okay, maybe if we would kill their lord, it could be different. You dwarf warriors go back there. Okay, you got obliterated, and those are gonna run any moment as well. Any moment now.
It's lost, and you call yourself warriors. Draken Drengi! Batter them! The bigger the better! The correct Catherine!
And drop Wrath and Ruin quickly. The less time we can spend in those engagements with meaningless enemies, the better. And stop! Stop, stop, stop! Charge defense against all.
Slayer going! Move to attack!
Okay, I do hope our rune smith survives a bit, because he is our highest damage potential.
Dawi!
And let's remove their melee attack.
Ranged firepower ready!
Okay, so we're still on the wall in here. And let's build a barricade here. So I do have a feeling that we are gonna lose it because they are gonna cap us, not because they will kill us. And let's boost you. And let's kill those chariots. Someone has rallied. Oh, you're really not dead? Come on.
Fate cursed! The clans unite!
We're gonna be able to drop a Wrath and Ruin any moment now. in a moment. Okay, drop it.
Slayer. Blood debts come
And
due.
kill those chariots for Grimnir's beard. Eliminate them finally, so there is nothing that can push you. And debuff all of them again.
Warhammer's.
Can you please aim at those chariots? I beg you.
I'll give a dang.
Okay, and the last victory point is gonna be taken any moment.
Yes, do it. Crack their giggles.
So yeah, we have obliterated one of their armies. One of their armies is still alive. You actually try to get to the... Nah, you're not gonna... You're not gonna get to anywhere, unfortunately. And let's drop... I wasn't fast enough.
Demon Slayer.
Okay, so it's pretty much army losses right now, and only slayers are alive. So let's speed it up and see how much more we can kill. And they are going for the victory location. But this is gonna decrease our upkeep cost for quite a bit, so it's a win, I think. Can we kill you? Can we kill him, please? Kill him. Yes. And the slayers cannot die now. For the moment. A glorious death skill. Okay, valiant defeat. I'm gonna take that. It's good. They have dealt a insane amount of damage. And all of those heroes will return, and there is a possibility that this lord will return as well if he got to level 20 in this fight. And I think that should be the case, unless the game mechanic doesn't allow that. I'm not sure about that. I would have to test that. I would have to actually test that. We'll see if he's dead or wounded. Lost. They have lost one entire army and then a fraction of the next army.
This is a
Not
false
bad. Okay, so there are some chaos dwarfs to be ambushed by Belegar. Oh, you really think you can win that? That's sweet. Quick save. Why quick save? Because we are gonna finish this episode here, and we're gonna start with Fimbur obliterating yet another army in the next one. See ya, lads!